Hello, and welcome to the USF Newsroom. I'm Mackenzie Musket. Warmer weather over the past few years has impacted our beach's shoreline. But what about stronger storms? If you've noticed this, then you've seen some of the many changes Tampa Bay is facing right now due to the climate crisis. The thing is, these events will only get worse if we don't act now to end them. I talked to a senior organizer of Food and Water Watch to figure out what the cause of all of this is and what contributes to it.
The climate is in crisis because of our unsustainable reliance on fossil fuels.
Brooke Arrett, senior organizer for Food and Water Watch, has been a strong advocate for the environment for a long time. She wants to educate people on it. Brooke told me fossil fuels are fuel sources like coal, oil, and gas. They are drilled from deep in the ground and are used to power our lives, but that comes at a price. Brooke explains why the drilling needs to stop.
Hundreds of years ago was not as big of an issue until we realized that the burning of fossil fuels contributes to the increase of greenhouse gases and the depleting of our ozone and causing a lot of the climate change issues that we've been seeing here today.
According to the Natural Resources Defense Council, greenhouse gases from the burning of fossil fuels warm the planet. When the planet gets warmer, you start to see the effects of climate change. The ice caps start to melt, causing sea levels to rise. You'll see more extreme weather events like hurricanes, droughts, and floods.
Drilling for fossil fuels continues to contribute to and fuel the climate crisis.
According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, renewable energy was 62% cheaper than the cheapest fossil fuel in 2020. So what would happen if we stopped burning fossil fuels? Environmental justice organizer with the Student Power Network, Mary Liz Estrada, helps us understand what a fossil fuel-free world looks like.
I always love envisioning a fossil fuel-free environment. It really looks like switching to renewable energy, people having solar panels on their roofs, utilizing wind energy, tidal wave energy. It looks like healthier communities, and really just transitioning away from this thought that fossil fuels is the only way, when we have been proven time and time again that it is not the only way, and we can absolutely live how we are currently living with renewable energy.
At this point, you may be thinking, how does this affect me? According to a projection by the Tampa Bay Climate Science Advisory Panel, Tampa Bay will see about 3 feet of sea level rise by 2050. To talk about those effects is an Oceana Field representative, Hunter Miller.
You mentioned sea level rise. That's going to be a huge challenge because so many folks live right on the water or close to sea level. So as the water levels rise over the next coming decades, and as we experience more frequent storms, that's going to have a huge impact.
To put that into perspective is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Interactive Sea Level Viewer. It gives insight into how much water rise it will take for places to be underwater. At 3 feet, our beaches start to flood. At 5 feet, they are completely flooded. And at just 6 feet, about half of the McDill Air Force Base is underwater. And at a gruesome 10 feet, a majority of South Tampa is completely submerged.
Seeing in action and also hearing just the doom and gloom conversation on climate change, because obviously it is very scary. It is a big issue.
Bobby Vos, 100% renewable campaign coordinator for Florida Park at USF, is one of many Gen Zers who have been devoting their time and energy to save the planet. A 2021 study approved by the University of Bath found that out of 10,000 people surveyed, 59% between the ages of 16 and 25 felt very or extremely worried about climate change.
It's so overwhelming that it's just you look at it and at face value and it's like, oh my gosh, like there's nothing I can do about this. Like obviously our reliance on fossil fuels is abundant, it's everywhere.
A reason why so many young people are joining the fight to take action.
Young people have had enough. We need action from our member of Congress.
Like at this protest organized to urge Congresswoman Kathy Castor to take action and support the Big Oil Windfall Profits Tax Act. Senior organizer for Food and Water Watch, Brooke Ehret, explains what that means for people who are experiencing pain at the pump.
So the Windfall Profits Tax Act would tax that at a very high rate and then put that money back into the hands of Americans like you and me, similar to what they did with the stimulus checks during COVID.
For more information on how to get involved, go to usfnewsroom.com. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening.